That's what Dr. Moran has done in the past. Okay.
Yeah, how long has that stank?
How long is it?
Yeah,
It's probably about the length of the pen.
okay.
So, my plan was to go in and do a bypass, cut this out and do a bypass from here to here,
Yeah,
to preserve some blood flow down to the pelvis since this artery is all plugged up. Which is different than the original plan. The original plan was to go in there and plug it up. So I made an incision here. I got inside, I took care of the aneurysm, I sewed off the artery here and removed the aneurysm. And then I tried to do the bypass to this artery.
yeah.
But the artery was as soft as sort of warm butter. So the sutures didn't hold,
Oh,
so I couldn't do the bypass.
so what did you do?
So what I ended up doing is I tied off the artery right here. There's plenty of blood flow coming, collateral blood flow from the other sides. So there's adequate blood flow down to the pelvis. And then what I did, I put a stent in over here.
Way up there?
Yeah, to cover this, this aneurysm here. There's a small aneurysm here. So what I did is I put a stent, went from here down to there. Okay? In the process of putting this one in, this stent jumped forward a little bit. So what I had to do is make a small nick in the skin and then put an additional stent, short one here. And that's what it looks like now. So this was a little bit higher, and what I worried about was that breaking off and traveling down, impairing the blood flow down below.
So does that give him open blood flow still in both directions, or?
Yeah. Oh, are you recording?
Yeah, I'm trying to record your drawings here because I'm never going to be able to explain this.
Yeah, the end result is that the blood flow down here on both sides is normal.
That's, sorry.
Yeah, come
A
on.
minute.
Thank you.
I was just going through my drawing.
I am recording, so I'll play back.
Okay, sorry to
Because I'm
interrupt
like, I'll
you.
never be able to explain that.
All right, I'll go through it again.
Oh, okay.
All right, so-
Can't hurt.
Here's the right side, the left side, the aorta and the kidneys. Legs would be down here. The aorta comes down to about the belly button, splits into two, and it goes down to the leg. On this side, he had some coils that were placed here by Dr. Morash,
Okay.
and then a stent that was over here. My original plan was to go in and do the same thing on this side, but then I thought it'd be nice to be able to preserve some blood flow to the pelvis. So I was gonna do a bypass from here to here. When I got in there, I made an incision here, when I got in there, this artery was not an artery that I could do a bypass to. It was too soft, and I put the sutures in and tried to do the bypass, but it wouldn't hold. So what I ended up doing is tying off the blood vessel here, removing the aneurysm here, and then I put a stent in over on this side to take care of this aneurysm. In the process of putting this stent jumped forward a little bit. Instead of being down here, it was over here. So what I had to do is I wanted to make sure that this didn't flop down and impair the blood flow on the left side. So to do that, I made a little nick in the skin on this side. I put one additional stent over here. So now he has good blood flow on both sides. There are no aneurysms and good blood flow down below.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's all good and it all ended well.
So he had
Yeah.
2 aneurysms instead of,
Yeah, so he had the one in the internal iliac and one in the common iliac.
did you know that that he had
Oh,
both
yeah.
of them?
Oh yeah,
Really
that was
needed
the
both,
original intent, was to take care of both.
Okay.
What would have made the tissue too soft on, where you couldn't suture? Is that normal, or is that like just an age thing?
It's
Or?
part of aging, and that's part of the reason why he has the aneurysms.
Okay.
Is aneurysms, or what causes those, or is it just age or
It's related to aging, smoking, and high blood pressure. Those are the primary things.
aging, smoking, and high blood? Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Carrie don't smoke anymore, so.
Good,
And then we quit in 69.
good.
But it's just the age and his blood pressure, well, how high is it?
It was fine in the operating room.
Was it? So he
Yeah.
didn't have problems.
No.
He didn't take his medicine today either.
Well, we give some medication intravenously.
Oh, so you
Okay.
did give him medicine.
So how is
What
he for
has is-
recovery here?
He has one incision here, a little nick in the skin about the size of a pencil eraser here, and the same thing on this side.
So is this kind of orthoscopic, or no?
Uh,
I know the first one kind of was that he did, but
It is except for this incision, cause that incision was to do a bypass.
Okay, so, but when you went back in for the other part, that was arthroscopic done? Okay.
Now these legs, how soon is he gonna have to have them fixed, or are they okay?
They're okay for now, but eventually we may end up doing it.
So how did he handle all this? Because that's a
He did
lot
fine.
of
Yeah,
surgery
it's a
today.
lot of surgery, and so I'd like to watch him in the intensive care unit overnight, just for observation, since we finished kind of late.
Okay.
Okay, so,
He'll be here in the hospital, I would think about 3 or 4 days.
alright,
Okay.
so I can't stay with him in intensive care.
No.
Is there a place I can sleep somewhere?
If you talk to the people at the front desk, there's a couple of hotels that have discounted rates for people that have
Okay.
family members here.
I can't just sleep out in the.
No, you don't wanna do that.
We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. So he's stable for now, though, right?
When can we see him?
In about 2 hours.
Okay, is he going to be pretty much unconscious through tonight, or are you going to keep
No.
him quiet, or will he?
We'll make him a little bit, we'll make him comfortable, we'll have the breathing tube out and things, he'll be a little bit sleepy, but he'll be okay,
Okay.
alright?
So will you think we can see him in 2 hours?
Mhm.
Cause I may as well go home for the night and come back tomorrow. What do you think
It's
of
up to you.
that?
You can ask Mary Lou at the front desk how soon she'll let you go back to see him.
If he's gonna be really, really groggy and
You
everything,
might as well come home
you might
tonight.
as well go home, get some rest, you know, and then when you come back, you can stay with him. Instead of
You
paying
can't do anything for him tonight, so.
for a hotel room, cause you can't do anything tonight, you'll just be sitting at the hotel room,
I'm gonna
honey.
go, I'll let you guys sort
All
out the
right.
details.
Thank you very
Okay,
much for your
thank you very
time.
much,
Thanks.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll see you a little bit
Okay.
later.
and then I
Okay.
check
Thank
at
you
the
so much,
desk.
Sure.
appreciate your
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, we'll,
Thank you.
Okay.
I check at the desk is when I can see him.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you. So they were having